Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Business and Investment 101, Episode 2. Now, despite being a Saturday morning where everyone else prefers longer sleep or leisure activities like movies and stuff, we appreciate the attendance of all of you guys who are here hoping to learn new knowledges and informations about business and investment. Kudos to all of you for starting your weekend with something that I would say highly productive. Now, last week on episode 1, we learned about how to start a business in Malaysia, along with lots of tips shared by our brother Terence Hugo. Now we are back on episode 2, and this is a more exciting part because we are about to learn branding and digital footprint. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've always had an eye on like having my own brand and stuff. So I'm pretty excited that I'm gonna learn about it today. Now, before moving on further, I have certain announcements to be made. Starting off with, all participants should be able to hear the music playing in the background before this and also probably in the future. And please make sure that your registered name is displayed on Zoom, or else please rename yourselves to mark the attendance, and kindly make sure that your microphone is muted all the time unless you would like to ask or answer any questions. And a kind reminder to all participants, the following would be the requirements for eCert. Number 1, you must be a registered participant. And if you haven't registered yourself, kindly do so by clicking the link on the Instagram bio of Rotaract Club of AIMST University. Our Instagram ID is rotaract.aimst. Oh, and make sure to hit the follow button while you are there. And number 2, you must fill in the feedback form after the session. And the link of the feedback form will be sent in the chat box towards the end of today's session. And boom, your e-certs will hit your mailboxes. Very simple if you ask me. And now, if you fail to adhere to the above criteria due to inevitable circumstances, please send us an email with a plausible explanation. The committee reserves the right to issue the e-certs upon receiving your email. Kindly send your emails to pd.racamst@gmail.com. Moving on with the 3 objectives that we are hoping to achieve through today's webinar. Number 1, to understand the various aspects of personal branding and digital footprint. Number 2, to understand the role and the importance of personal branding and digital footprint for entrepreneurs. And number 3, to apply the effective technique and strategy of personal branding and digital footprint through different approach. Now, enough talking about that. I guess it's time we get to know about our guest speaker for today. He is Associate Professor Dr. Bahtiar Mohamad. Dr. Bahtiar Mohamad is a PhD holder in marketing from Brunel University, London, United Kingdom. Dr. Bahtiar Mohamad is a resident faculty and associate professor of corporate communication and strategy at Othman Yeop Abdullah Graduate School of Business, University Utara, Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Dr. Bahtiar currently serves as the Director of Masters of Business Administration Program for Othman Yeop Abdullah Graduate School of Business, UUM, Kuala Lumpur. His research interest lies in the broad areas of corporate communication, corporate identity, corporate image, crisis communication, and corporate branding. His works have appeared in leading international journals such as Journal of Communication Management, International Journal of Strategic Communication, Corporate Communication and International Journal, Journal of Islamic Marketing, and Young Consumers. One of his articles received highly commended paper awards in the 2019 Emerald Literary Network Awards for Excellence. Dr. Bahtiar serves on editorial boards of several journals, acts as a reviewer for many scientific journals, and presents his work at international conferences. Having said, I believe it is definitely our utmost pleasure to have Associate Professor Dr. Bahtiar Mohamad here with us today. Now, without further ado, I would like to pass on the session to Associate Professor Dr. Bahtiar Mohamad. Here.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad Arif, for the MC today. Can you hear me?
Yes, Professor, you are very clear.
Okay. Okay, thank you for inviting me for this session. I tried to go through the participant, that quite various participants for today. So I don't know that maybe I try to capture for every segment of the audience for today. But basically, I want to discuss about the very general, just a snapshot of what is a personal branding, and what is a digital footprint for the entrepreneurs, especially when you want to build up your own personal brand. So what is do and don'ts, the strategy. So that's what I'm trying to discuss for today. So you can ask me anytime. You can use a chat box to ask if you want to clarify something. So I try to answer your question along the presentation. So as I mentioned by the MC today, I'm the director of MBA program, Othman Yeop Abdullah Credit School of Business. We are now in KL. So that is the you know that the corporate communication, strategic corporate communication is a part of the MBA program. So meaning that we also teach MBA students how to communicate well, because you are not only focus on the content, the substance of business substance, but now we are trying to understand that how we want to communicate the substance of business substance to the to our market, to our consumer. So that is what the idea of corporate branding, corporate identity, corporate communication comes. That is something that I try to understand. Try to give you the overview of the branding. So when we talk about branding, most of people believe that branding is about the logo, or maybe just a color, but the brand is beyond that. The role of branding is beyond that logo. So we are not just to show that this is our logo for our product or our services, but that beyond to that. So this is what I want to discuss today, to give you a perspective that a branding is not just a logo. Okay, branding is more than just a logo. Branding is something like it's about promise. If you say that this is your brand, so your brand also will bring a promise of your product, a promise of your services. And if we talk about the personal brand, it's about promise about yourself, about you as a person. So that is a brand. So I believe that most of you trying to create a good brand, a personal brand, but sometimes it fails because of you don't understand the context. You don't understand what is the characteristic of the brand, the personal brand. So the brand is a collection of perception in the mind of consumer. So it's not just because of your appearance, but the brand will be a collection of perception about yourself. It's about the way you communicate, the way you behave, how you communicate with your customer, how quick you respond your customer requests. All these are perception. So I believe that people sometimes they spend a lot of money for marketing, for branding, for advertising, but then when it comes to delivery, to deliver the message, to deliver the promise, they fail to do that. So if you fail to deliver what you promised through your brand, that means you're wasting your money for marketing, advertising expenses. So that is many companies, even not the small company, even the big company also, they have failed to deliver the promise that they make through the advertisement or marketing. So people will talk about yourself, about your brand, about your services through the experience with them. So all is in the mind of consumer. So how to create a good perception in the mind of consumer, we need a strategy to do that. It's not just simply create a brand without a strategy, a good strategy for that. Okay, brand is more than that. So brand are born of the experiences and reflect reputation. If people have a good experience with you, with your product, with your service, you as an entrepreneur, so they will reflect. For the long term, they will reflect the reputation. So that's why I always remind to our student, to my student, say that, don't go for the short-term profit or short-term benefit. In business, we go for the long term. The experience, long-term experience. Maybe for the short term you can get more money, but for the long term you will lose a lot of money. So the brand is a long-term process. It's not a short-term process. You cannot build your brand within 1 day or 2 days. It's a long experience. It's a bond of the experiences, and the consumer experience with you or with your product or services, they will create a reputation. That's why we have the terms in marketing we call a brand loyalty. Why we loyal to that brand? Because that brand can deliver the promise. Why we still use that brand until now? Because of that brand, we loyal to that brand because that brand can deliver the promise that they put in their advertising campaign or marketing. So you as a person, how you want to create a reputation is about yourself. So once you start to create your personal brand, you must have a good characteristic, a good character. It's not a fake character, You cannot hypocrite in doing business. You cannot hypocrite. You cannot have many character. You must be yourself. So that's why when we talk about the brand, what is the difference between a cup of coffee, and the coffee inside with the brand of Starbucks? What is the difference? Anybody can answer this? Which one you choose? If I offer you to these two product, so which one that you choose? Anybody want to reply?
Usually everyone would choose Starbucks because it is more expensive and it is deemed to be more tastier, coexisting with the price. So what people expect is the more expensive it is, the tastier it is supposed to be.
Yes, that's correct. But the important thing is because of the brand experience. Because we have experience with Starbucks before, then we believe that a Starbucks product is a very nice product, a nice taste coffee. So with the coffee in the cup, we don't know the brand. Maybe the same brand, the same coffee that people make Starbucks, but without the brand, we cannot differentiate. So if we put these two in front of you, of course you are more interested to Starbucks, because Starbucks come up with the brand, with the logo. So the logo itself bring the reputation of Starbucks. But the cup of coffee, we don't know that, which is that maybe the taste is much better than Starbucks, but the brand itself will attract you more. Okay, that is because of we had experience with Starbucks before, and we believe that a Starbucks coffee is much better than other coffee. So this is what makes difference a product with the very good brand and without brand. So same to this one. So did you try Evian? What is the difference between the Evian and and then a plain water in this glass. Who have tried Evian? You know that how much the one bottle of Evian? Who have tried? Anybody know that how much the Evian, the cost for one bottle of Evian? And people still buy that
A
because
lot
of
of people are answering in the chat box.
chat box. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to change my view because I need to look into this too in this. Where's the chat box? Okay, that is something like we need to understand that the quality, the brand reflected the quality of the product, because Evian, the source of water is come from the Alps, mountain of Alps. So that is makes people believe that Evian is one of the good product or good brand. So if we refer to the personal brand, for example, you prefer to become a Evian other than a plain water in the glass. So you want to be different from others. So how you want to stand outstanding compared to other people? That is what we call a brand. Okay. If you just a cup of coffee or a glass of water, you are nobody. Nobody knows you because you have no difference with others. But you need to be Evian or you need to be Starbucks in order for people to recognize you as a brand, and people love to know you and love to buy from you. That is what the brand, why we need a good brand. So that is initially the ideas about brand. You know, I in the first part I discussed about the brand, why we need a brand, either the product, services, or you as a individual. But now the second part, how to create a personal brand. A personal brand is another focus today. So personal brand allows individuals to differentiate themselves by consistently articulating and leveraging their unique value proposition. So if you compare to the product, how Starbucks trying to differentiate their product with coffee bean, with other product in the same brand, in the same industry. So you as an individual, you need to know that what make you special compared to others. What is your difference? How you differentiate? Okay. Then your difference need to be consistently articulating and leveraging your uniqueness, your value. So it's a back to the personal brand. Your personal brand is what other people say about you when you are leave the room. It's your professional reputation. So that is a combination. It's not only your style, your dress, but there are all the brand, the personal brand is beyond that. Everything about you, your personality, your characteristic, the way you talk, the way you wear, everything is about your personal brand. Then once you leave the room, then people will talk about you. So it means that you are something that are with a good brand. So for the entrepreneur or for the fresh graduate, for example, the fresh graduate, if you want to, especially after you complete your degree or master's, you will compete with other people from other university to get a job or maybe to get a business. So how to make you different from others? So because when we call for interview, for the job interview, there are so many people, there are so many candidates, maybe 150, but most of them are similar. They have the same. Everybody got 3-pointer, 3.0. Everybody score A in their result. But what is the difference between you and others? That what make you, sometimes people interested on you because of you have a special characteristic, uniqueness that maybe suit to that position. So everybody, we are all brands, you know. You have your own, because everyone, when you born, you are born with the characteristic. You're born with a different characteristic. We have different faces, different body shape, you know, we are different. So how we want to create that characteristic into a brand, into the brand. That is one of the things that we need to discuss about that in this presentation. So I am a brand, you know. So this is what we want to understand, that all of us is a brand. So what make the difference between one to another is how you consistently communicate that brand to other people. So that is what make we are different from others. Okay, so this is what we trying to understand, that okay, you know this guy. I think everyone knows this guy. So what is different this guy with others?
He's making affordable airlines for everyone.
Yes. And he has a different characteristic to shows that he is a lead a CEO for the low cost. You know, the way how you know, the way he dress, you know, he don't want to use to wear a coat, you know, blazer, because they will show the expensive product that you offer. But they're trying to show to the people that AirAsia is a very simple airline. It's for everyone. So everyone can fly with AirAsia. So everybody affordable price. That is what they're trying to show to people. That they try to behave. He tried to wear like ordinary people. They don't want to wear like a corporate level, a corporate figure. So this is the way how he tried to brand. You know, they try to associate his personal brand with the product that he offer. So that is what something you need to learn that. So if you let's say after this you want to do something business on IT, you know, on IT, or maybe if you want to do something business related to consumer product, for example. So the behavior, the dress should be reflects to the product that you want to sell. So this is what we call that a behavior. Entrepreneurial behavior should be in line with that. Same to that. This guy, I think everybody knows that Steve Jobs is one of the founder of Apple. So yeah, very calm, relaxed, and also the way is a lead of Steve Jobs. And they come out with the thing different, because Apple totally, every time they come out with a totally different product, different idea. That's why they come up with the terms word of thing different. You know, people doing on something different, something similar thing, then they come up with the different idea. So that is the characteristic, the ideas of entrepreneur, how you want to market that is a product should be different from other product. This is my friends, you know, Jonathan Wilson. He did my PhD. Is my batch when during my PhD time in UK. So his character is totally different. But then he focuses on the halal branding. Halal branding. If you type or if you Google about halal branding, his name will be appear with that word, keyword, halal branding, because he is one of the scholar that discuss about halal branding in year 2008, 2010. Before that, People don't understand what the halal branding. Even people just talk about the halal certification, but not halal branding. So he is the founder or the scholar that trying to associate that halal certification also can be a brand for the product, can be brand association to other product. So he's one of the people who look into this issue. So what makes the different is the way he dress, and of course, the personality also totally different. Okay, that is a John Wilson, Professor John Wilson. So this is what we want to know, that what is a personal branding. So this is his LinkedIn account. So you can see that LinkedIn account, branding professor and consultant. Then when we talk about the personal branding, about the halal brand, people always refer to him. So that is what make him different from others, because they try to look into the new things. So same to the entrepreneur, if you can try to promote a product that different from others, or you as a person are different from others, then easy for you to market yourself. So how to define your personal brand? Okay, the personal brand is almost similar to the product brand or the service brand or the corporate brand. So what type of content will you be posting? Written, visual, that will reflect your brand. So social media is one of the medium of communication. The medium of communication, previously we don't have that social media. People rely on advertising and brochure and sometimes flyers. But now, as an entrepreneur, you can utilize the social media. Social media is free. So we have Instagram, Facebook, and many things. So what type of content will you be posting in this social media, or written, or posting visual, will reflect your personal brand, your personality. So that's why I always remind my student, if you want to be, I will discuss this issue in the digital footprint. Okay, they will reflect to digital footprint of yourself. So make sure that don't put something that will be tarnish your image, because sometimes people they try to express himself or herself in social media, but the consequences of putting something that not good or something that we can relate to this issue, the current issue. For example, people just post something that not and other people not happy with that, they will reflect to your reputation. People will boycott your product. So make sure that if you are an entrepreneur, please make use the social media in the positive way, in the right way. Not posting something that maybe you against a political party, maybe you are supporting. So as a business, you must know that your political stand and your business, because when you're doing a business, your customer is not from the one political party. Your business, your product will be buy from, people will buy from, your customer can be a diverse, it's very diverse. Maybe from other political party that you are not support. So please that, if you want to do business, please make sure that don't post something like a political issue, so that will reflect your digital footprint later. Okay, that is what the things that I think you must understand. So what are the most knowledgeable and passionate about? So let's say if you want to become an entrepreneur in a cosmetic product, so you must be knowledgeable on that product. So your posting, your everything that you post in your social media, Instagram, should be in line with your product or your personality. So this most knowledgeable and passionate about. And what are the value and how do you want to get them across? So this is the way the best way to promote yourself as a brand and also the product that you want to sell. So for now, especially when we talk about the gig economy, digital economy, we talk about the something social entrepreneurship, you know. So the social media is one of the best platform for you to promote your product. So I think we can discuss it later on the digital footprint. So who is your current audience and what kind of audience would you like to be attract? So maybe Facebook, they have certain people in that Facebook. For young person, young consumer, millennial consumer, maybe they are more prefer Instagram, or maybe they are prefer TikTok, or maybe YouTube. So how to communicate your personal brand? You should know that the audience of your audience. Who is your audience? Then please choose the correct social media. Facebook, I don't think that, I think for the young millennial generation, they are more prefer to TikTok or something that interactive, you know, and also Instagram. Facebook, maybe 30 years old and above, still in a Facebook. You should understand that who in that social media. So what do you want to achieve with your brand? So basically, what we want to make people understand about ourselves as a brand, you know, you as a brand, and aware about you as a person. So maybe you want to associate yourself as a cosmetic product. So you must be wearing, you know, the way you wear, you dress, everything must be reflects to that product. So what tone of voice you would like to use? This also will affect your personal brand. So this one, we have also like, I think that we don't have a time to do this exercise, but we have like one personality, we call that personality test, which is that you will know that what kind of personality that your current personality. So by knowing your personality, then you can try to voice, your tone of voice should be based on that personality. So this is another exercise. So how will you best communicate your message to your target audience? So to communicate a message to your target audience through the Twitter or social media, they have a research on that. Which time, the best time to post, to make a posting. You cannot just post in the middle of midnight. You know, they have a research on that, when the people start to search or to read their social media in early morning by 10. You know, so that is the idea that if you want to post something on the social media, the timing is very important. So who are you and what is your position in the industry? This one is if you represent the company or the association. So we want to know that your position in industry. So that is how we define a personal brand. That is a collection of activities that we can promote our personal brand. So there's 4 tips to create a leadership brand. When we talk about the brand, the leadership brand means you as a person, you need to show that you have a leadership characteristic of leadership, because you want to lead people to certain issue. Okay, boost both your career and your organization. This basically for the corporate leader. If you're a corporate leader like Steve Jobs, something like Tony Fernandez, your leadership also will create a brand to your product. So 4 tips of create a leadership brand. Things, process, not position. So leadership is about working with others to establish direction, create alignment, and build a commitment. It's not because of your position as CEO, then you need to behave like that as a CEO. but we will look into the process, how you behave, your behavior as a leader. So it's one thing. People think about process to become a leader, not the position that given to you. So the second one, understand your brand. You have a reputation based on how you get things done and how you interact with others. People will recognize your brand through the experience, consumer experience. If they have a very good experience with you, negotiating with you in the good way, you are very responsive person, very punctual person. So people will believe you have that kind of characteristic. They will boost your leadership brand. Okay, so that is very important to understand that, especially punctuality as a leader, even a personal brand. I always remind my student that, okay, the punctuality, the time is very important. The time punctuality is very important. So if we start at 10, it's at 10 o'clock. When I start my class, if my class is at 10 o'clock, by 9:45, I already there, in the class. So my students know that I will come earlier, 15 minutes, and they also come earlier than me after that. So these are the characteristics that we need as an entrepreneur. No 10:15 or 10:10, 10:10. If that time is 10, it's a 10. So we should understand that the brand will make you more, people will trust you, then this people will know that you are reliable in terms of a brand. And take control. You are in charge of your leadership brand, so invest in your learning and development as a leader. So leadership brand is learning development is something like to take extra courses, or maybe to learn more how to become a good leader. So live your leadership brand. Investing in yourself as a leader can improve your job satisfaction and open the door to the new opportunities. So this is 4 tips of the leadership brand. Okay, this one, as I mentioned to you before, we have like not a quiz, the test. We call that archetype test. So they have a set of questions. Then I don't think that I can distribute to you to understand that. It take more time because they're like an exercise. So what I can discuss here, discovering your archetype. Every people, they have their own characteristic. So sometimes we don't know about ourselves, which characteristic that we need to show to the people. So through this exercise, we can identify 8 characteristic of people as a person. So maybe you are the most the innocent. Innocent means that you enjoy simplicity and are quite happy to follow the rules and keep things moving steadily. So you often remain optimistic and want to see people happy. So you are a great team member. You look for the harmonious solution and can't help but be hopeful and ideal utopian like outcomes are possible. So this is innocent. If you in this category of people, we will suggest you how the characteristic, how you want to brand yourself by in terms of choosing a color. Archetype will make you easy for you to brand yourself. This is basically for the fresh graduate. We use this test for the fresh graduate, because sometimes when you just out from the university, you don't understand that what brand that you want to show to the people. Okay, what characteristic that is suitable for you. But this one is a test, characteristic test. This one is a natural archetype. So if you are the everyman, means that you are everybody's best mate. It doesn't matter how successful you get, you are open and down to earth, you are welcoming and make people feel comfortable and value. People often respect you for the relatability which makes you a great team member and often a love leader. So this is everyman. Everyman basically for the people who take care of people, other people. They are everyman. Everyman. So if you this type of people, then how you want to brand yourself? And we have also the archetype they call hero. In this category, you are quite used to take control and getting the best outcomes. You will do the hard work and have the tough conversation to achieve what you need to. You are comfortable in the spotlight and like to feel value and appreciated. People know that when they come to you, you will be able to solve the problem. So this the type of hero. The type of hero, archetype hero, basically is a leader's characteristic for leaders. They every time they can solve the problem. So this is I don't want to discuss each of these archetype, but if you want to test by yourself, I can send to you the list of questions. From the question, if I know mistaken, they have around 30 questions. Then you can calculate by yourself. Okay, you can calculate. If you have mostly A in that question, you are the innocent people. If you are mostly B in that exercise, that means you are everyman. So by knowing that which category that you belong to, then you can try to brand yourself accordingly. Okay, this is what I basically doing this in the class activity workshop in the class. But during this time, I don't think that we can do this because the online they have some limitation to do this. So by knowing this one, so your personal brand color palette. So the psychologists, the people who create this brand personality, if you are in the category of innocent, when you want to choose the color, meaning that your blog or when you want to create something that related to yourself, maybe your CV, this is a color, the suggested color. If you the everyman, this is color, the color palette. If you're the hero, maybe the dark blue, the navy blue is one of the element of hero. I don't want to discuss detail on this, but this is based on the psychological test, which is that if you have that kind of characteristic, this is the best, the suitable color for you to use for your character, to brand yourself. Okay, so this one is another thing that we can explore, the personal brand and the color palette. And also we can also suggest you the font of the based on your characteristic. So how will this help my brand? So designing a personal branding strategy around the archetype will help you define your message and communication strategy. So it is a creative exercise that will help you explore your brand identity and make it stand out from the rest. So this is a creative activities. So they will help to create you difference to make you different from other people. Okay, that is what we can help you on the personal brand. So I give you the example. Okay, this guy, this guy. What makes who knows this guy? Anybody knows this guy?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Who is this guy? Who's his name? His name?
Khairul Amin.
Yeah, Carol Aming, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So what is different? What makes it different? Because you not just straight away sell this sambal. The sambal yet is not come easy to the market. He's create their own brand first through the YouTube channel. They create their own brand first. This product brand is come later. It's not with in the beginning. They are not sell this product first. So the good thing about this idea, I love this idea because of he's create his own brand first. So by sharing the how to cook, the new recipe through the YouTube, he become a YouTuber. Once he has a good numbers of follower in the YouTube, then he start to sell the product. So you know that sometimes we have two different things. Like Tony Fernandez with AirAsia is like brand association. Tony Fernandez is AirAsia, AirAsia is Tony Fernandez. But the Asia come first, then Tony Fernandez come later. Okay, that is a way how that brand association come from. Okay, but this guy, they start with his brand first. He create his personal brand first, then the product come later. So this is another way around to create. Once people believe you, know that you are good in cooking, everything that you offer to the people will believe on you, and people get support. I don't know. I read yesterday or last 2 days. This sambal they put every time they put in the Shopee will be finished within 1 hour, less than 1 hour. This product is very good. I don't know. I not try yet, but this product is sold out within 1 hour. Once they put the new stock, will finish in 1 hour. So, and even Shopee also recognize him as one of the good seller through their platform, Shopee platform. So this is the one of the example when you have a good brand, then easy for you to sell a product. The problem is you as a person has no brand, and how the people believe on you. So it's like should be in line with your product. Let's say he share about something about cooking every time, then he sell a product that related to their expertise, specialties. So it can make money based on that. So this is one of idea how the personal brand can sell a product. Okay. So another thing is because of I believe that the millennial generation like you, or I don't know, maybe most of you is in the millennial generation or Z generation. So a gig economy is one of a free market system where temporary positions are common. So now we talk about the gig economy, which is that you can work freelancer as a freelancers, and you can offer your service, expertise, and organization hire independent workers for short-term commitment instead of permanent position. My student are good in photography. It's good in photography. They have their own blog. They have shows in their blog, the portfolio, and also they make a corporate video for certain company, then put in the YouTube. Then people look into this, and people confident with their work and give them more job for corporate video, for other photography job. So this is what we call a gig economy. So we use the digital media to promote our product, our service. Then the job are usually in the service sector and transaction are task based. So I think that for the fresh graduate, you need to try to this gig economy by utilizing your skill. If you are good in certain thing, then maybe you can offer that as a service to people. But then you need to create your own personality, your own brand first. People will believe you if you can do something like to show the people that this is what about yourself. Another thing that I want to share, okay, this guy, I just know him a few months ago when I have a problem with my laptop. Okay, my laptop. So this guy, Mohamad Taufik, is very good in terms of marketing. Every time when I log into my Facebook, because I'm staying in Serdang and Sri Kembangan, so I joined a group of Sri Kembangan and Serdang. Every time I open that group, so his advertisement will be appear consistently, that they give a service, they give a different service, because during the MCO, all the computer shop is not open. So he trying to play around with this situation. Okay, because our MCO, we cannot open the shop. So I give you a service, pick up and delivery untuk repair laptop. They put there. So no problem with the MCO. I can go to your place. I can pick up and I deliver. When finished, then I'll deliver to you back to repair. So they try to give a solution to the people in around the Sri Kembangan and Serdang. You know, they try to give a solution. I don't think that he is a good, or maybe other people better than him in terms of doing formatting, computer repairing, and so on. Maybe much other people much better than him in terms of skill. But what makes different, he tried to give another extra services, which is that people don't give to that service. So I called him, then I said that, okay, I have a problem with my computer to format. And then they come to my house, then they take the computer, they take the picture. They have a like procedure, you know. They take picture and everything, then they bring that computer. Then after 1 day, they come back, they give to me, this is your computer. So this is what we call the brand, you know. The brand is not only the product, but you as yourself should know how to brand your product with this is what we call a gig economy. Utilize the technology and give a solution to the community how to solve the problem. So then the brand, if you want to create a brand, you know, a personal brand, your brand should be consistent. Okay, consistent. Your personal brand must be consistent. As I mentioned that what you promise, you need to deliver what you have promised. You well manage, you differentiate your product and services. Maybe there are other people also will offer the same product, the same service, but what make you different from others? Appealing. Maybe you can give people appealing, relevant to the situation, and also credible in terms of your service. So this is what we call a branding services in service business. So I open to any question for personal branding before I move to the digital branding and digital footprint. I don't know how to check the question here. Any question from the chat box?
Not yet in the chat.
Not yet.
Maybe people are typing.
Okay. So I don't know because I cannot check from my view here. So any question that I open to any question that you want to know about the personal branding before I move to the digital footprint? Anybody want to ask me about the digital brand, how to create your digital brand, your personal brand? Anybody?
There is one in the chat box. I'll read it out. So most of the example you gave has the owner or CEO as the face of the brand and company. How important is this?
How important the CEO?
The face of the CEO or the owners.
Okay. So this is important. As I mentioned to you that the CEO, like Tony Fernandez and AirAsia, is a co-brand. We call that a co-brand. AirAsia also need Tony Fernandez for the brand, and Tony Fernandez also need AirAsia as a brand. So what we call a co-branding. You know, each other try to help each other. So as you know that in the corporate company, the CEO is basically a spokesperson of the company. It's a spokesperson and also the decision making and decision maker for anything, you know. So that's why the CEO is very important to come out and say something about the business, about their business or about their company. So as a spokesperson, especially we don't want to know from the third party, from the PR department or maybe the HR department or person who not have authorities to say that. So we always listen from the top management of the company. That's why as a personal brand at the corporate level, so we want a CEO, the owner of the company, become a spokesperson and also talk to the customer. We don't want to rely on the marketing department or maybe PR department to talk on behalf of the company. So if you look into the current situation, when we talk about the corporate branding, we always put the CEO of company as a spokesperson of the company. But if you look at the Malaysian situation, sometimes let's say the GLC, for example, GLC, government link company, they are not practice this type of they are not practice this way. Sometimes they have their own corporate affair that talk on behalf of the company. But the corporate company, basically, the top management will talk. The CEO will be a spokesperson. It's very important as a brand. Meaning that if you are a CEO of the company, you must be a part of the brand of the company. People will believe on you because people want to know from you, not from your subordinate. So that's what I can answer from that. Why we need a CEO as a part of the company brand. Okay, that is what we call it co-branding. So as an entrepreneur, as I mentioned to you, that we can have a two ways. That one, you as a person of personality or entrepreneur, you need to create your own brand first. By having the good brand, then people will believe you, trust on you, then easy for you to sell anything. So that's what we call the personal brand that help your business. So don't lie to the customer, because the digital footprint will track back all the previous history of your posting or everything before. So don't start with the negative brand, negative personality. They will affect you for not for years, but for your whole life. Once you have a negative digital footprint, they will affect you for your whole life. People won't trust you anymore. So that's why I discuss about the branding and also digital footprint together, because it's one of the strategy to maintain your personal branding. It's a good digital footprint. Anything?
And there is a follow-up to the question, Professor. The person asked, also, how is it different with companies whose CEO or owner are not in the spotlight as much and have the company's brand speak for itself? For example, like Starbucks, which we don't see any advertisements going on, but the brand itself is still going so strongly.
Yeah, that's depend on the strategy of the company. I cannot comment on Starbucks, but if you read the history of Starbucks, they have a history of Starbucks, how the CEO can create a brand for the coffee, for the coffee shop. So in that, it depend on the industry and also depend on the product. For the case of Starbucks, maybe they have a strong brand. They already create a good brand. So that's why for them, the CEO, the brand of CEO is not necessary to be part of their brand, because they are already there for many 100 years, for example, maybe more than 100 years. So because of that, they say that it's better for them just to focus on a product brand rather than personal brand or the person individual brand. So it's different from Asia or maybe Apple or maybe Facebook, that always bring the founder of that product or services together with the brand. So we know that who is who in this product. So I can say that it depends on how strong the product, how strong the brand. If the brand is more strong than the person, the founder, then it can be stand alone. So that's I mentioned that it's a co-branding. Co-branding meaning that the personality also can help the brand of the company, and the company brand also can help the personality of the CEO. So it's like both sides. Same to, so what I can say that most of the service industry, especially service industry, they always shows their personality. Because of Starbucks is a consumer product industry, but most of the consumer for the service industry, they will show that like Asia is service industry. So maybe this is important for them to, like Mercedes also, they don't bring their CEO as a part of their brand because the Mercedes is already established brand. This is what I can say that if your brand is not too strong, or you want to start your brand from the beginning, your personal brand can help your company brand. But if you have a good brand, like the previous one, so I don't think that it's necessary for them to bring their CEO or their corporate leader to be part of their brand. So this is what I can respond to that question. Anything?
There's another question. Is customer testimony effective or influencer review effective to establish a new branding?
Okay, this is a good question as well. I believe that maybe it will help the product for the beginning, but I believe on the personal branding more than that. The influencer, because that is paid, paid review. People don't trust anymore a paid review, like advertising. When we talk about advertising, we pay for the airtime, we pay for the newspaper to promote our product. Same to the influencer and to the because they will review your product because you pay them, or you give them a free sample, then they will review your product. Most of the product review is a positive review. If I, like me, I believe on the independence review. Like automotive, we have Pautan, we have like what called that. There's so many independent review. Even though sometimes they are also paid by the company, but because of they are very established, sometimes they can give a very good review. So the influencer, I know that for the past 5 years, most of the company, they pay to the influencers to promote their product. But that one, by my observation, for the long term, is not good for your company. Better you create your own brand, your personal brand with your product. Then they will more effective for the long term. For the short term, yes, maybe. So any question?
There's another one. There's two more questions. So the first one is, house-to-house services involve an element of trust and security. How to overcome this?
House services.
House-to-house services.
Okay, house-to-house services. Okay. In terms of security, okay. Then, okay, this one in Malaysia maybe it's not popular. Other than that, if compared to our neighbor country, Indonesia, they have one app they call Go Live. You can check that Go Live. Go Live is under Gojek company. So Go Live, they give Go Live is considered a gig economy. Because the Go Live is just a platform, which is that the platform they will offer you a service for cleaning, massage, personal massage. The massage will come to your house. They will give you a personal. But at the beginning, people quite worry in terms of security and so on. But because of this platform, so all the service provider need to register with this platform, with the Go Live. Their age, even the Go Live also give a training for them. What do and don'ts, everything. All the data is recorded, in the system. So you can call them, you can apply, you can request for the service through that apps. Then they will give you a time. Then they will give you the charge, how much they charge for one hour cleaning service to your house. Then they will give you all the information about that cleaner, the time, the age, the name, everything. So I think this is good for the security. Because anything happen to within 1 hour during the cleaning services, so you can report to the system, to the Go Live. Then I think that's more secure. Then this service is very popular in Indonesia, but I don't know in Malaysia. We are not very popular in terms of this service. The service is not only the massage, even the grooming also. You can come, you can call for the even the barber to your house to cut your hair or to groom. They call go groom, go clean, go massage, and they have service like even the car. If your car problem, you can call go mechanic through that system. So the mechanic will come and fix your car problem, and also for other maintenance, piping, electrical services. So this is one of the popular in Indonesia. But in Malaysia, I try many times, but not like this system. We don't have that system anymore. So in terms of security, I think this is one of the good gig economy that we can explore in Malaysia. If you talk about the security, yes, if you put that service in the Facebook, maybe people quite. I not prefer to get a service through the advertising from the Facebook or from other platform, because we don't know how the security. We don't know the people that give a service. So like the Go Live that offered by Indonesian, they give you everything there. Yeah, even the rating. After the service, you can give a rating to the cleaner. Is it 5 or 4.5? So if the good rating, if that cleaner is a bad rating from the consumer, you can cancel the service. So this is one of the way we can create. So that's what I can respond to that question. The next question.
Okay. The question is, I have seen a sort of trend that many business owners will say or do something controversial. Some even do it repeatedly, whether on purpose or out of ignorance. We don't know about that. And netizens will, of course, be enraged about it. And many would think their business will be affected and boycott, but instead, their business thrives after this controversy because of the attention on the owners or the CEOs and also on the company now. So what are your thoughts about this?
Okay. Yeah, in marketing, they try to get attention because they want you to know that they still exist in the business. So as I told you that maybe this strategy works for short time, but not for the long term. For the long term is not good. I understand that the artists, the celebrities, they're trying to make a controversial issue in order to make people aware that they sell the tudung or something like that, the product. This one is a very popular among the consumer product like cosmetic. People will rely on this controversy, then people aware that this guy or this celebrity sell this product. So you try to create a brand awareness or product awareness on this. But from my perspective, it works for the short term, but not for the long term, because it will make people. I don't know. In Malaysia, maybe I don't understand that people still support, even, there's this controversy, everything. Even they have, some of them, they try to boycott the product, but some of that follower, they still buy the product. Okay, because that one is we need to look into the sociology or psychology part of our consumer. So in consumer behavior, when we talk about the consumer behavior is something like unique. It's very unique. Then they believe something that they want to believe, or they want to once they are believe on that celebrity or that figure, they will support that figure all out. So that is more on consumer behavior research study. So as I told you, that for the short term, maybe this one is works, but for the long term, if you want to look into the long term personal branding, this is not a good for yourself and also for your product. Okay, I think I need to move to the digital footprint to discuss on this, why we need a digital footprint. So digital footprint is something that anything that you put in the digital platform, what you what you post in your posted in your Instagram, maybe 10 years ago, people can keep track what you what is what the characteristic that you have. So a digital footprint is a trail of data. Trail data means that what you have posted in 2010 or before that, people can track. Okay, and you create while using the internet, anything, any platform, blog, maybe Instagram, Twitter. It includes the website you visit, email you send, and information you submit to the online services. A passive digital footprint is a data trail you unintentionally leave online. Okay, they will be there for your whole life, maybe. That's why I told you that if you want to doing business, make sure that everything that you post in your digital platform, please think twice. Don't just I don't understand that some of us, they just want to put that in the digital platform. Is something like emotional information, something like it's not good for the digital footprint. So what are we leaving for the world to find? Different from a paper trail that can be destroyed, your digital footprint can follow you around your life for life. So once people know that you are you're cheating somebody when you have doing business with them, so maybe people complain you through the social media, or maybe make a complaint about your product or your company or yourself in the digital platform. So they will be there for your whole life. People can track. People can capture that. They can track all this information. So they will tarnish your reputation for the long term. So the digital footprint, a digital footprint is a trail of the information that people leave online for using other communication device. So anything that you use, LinkedIn, YouTube, Google, or many platforms. So people will know that your favorite apps, website visited, message sent, video downloaded, picture uploaded, music downloaded, games played, and comments posted. So this also can be tracked through the digital platform. So what will your digital footprint look like? So if you want to create a positive digital footprint, make sure that everything that you posting in the digital platform is something that gives you a positive impact in the future. Yeah? So why the employer should care? this is one of the research from overseas. Strong personal brand add value to the corporate brand. So people, especially companies, they love to hire the employee with the good brand, because with having the good employees with the good brand, they will give added value to the corporate brand. If you have, that's why we always want to hire the good, a cream of cream, fresh graduate to our business, to our company, because with the good personal brand that from these employees, they will add a value to our corporate brand. So the one thing is publicity and visibility. So with a good personal brand, if the employee has a good personality, they will have a good publicity and visibility. If you look into that, people in the social media currently, what we can see, people keep sharing the experience. Let's say they go to Starbucks and this guy is very good, give a good service to you. Then you take a picture, then you post in your Facebook. A nice employee for Starbucks. He's a very good, very helpful. People will share this. Will share. Then they give a publicity for your company, because with having a good employee, and people will keep sharing to the media, especially the social media. Social media is free, so at the same time they will increase the publicity of your company. So what happens if you hire the bad employees? They will affect your brand, corporate brand. So that is what employer should care about when they want to choose or they want to select their employees. And second one is a build organizational credibility. So with a good employees, the credibility of organization will be more better, because of this employee will behave a good behavior and give a good service. And also they will increase the engagement level to the corporate brand, then expand the influence. Okay, with the positive employees, they will influence other people to do the same. So human connection to the organization and halo effect, which works both ways, means that both ways will give effect on that, a good personal brand. So this is what for the young generation, especially the fresh graduate, I always say that, if you have a good brand, if you have a good characteristic, people, especially employee, will love you, will love to have you in their organization. So because of they want from you, your personality will create their company much better in terms of the visibility, publicity, credibility, and so on. So digital footprint for professional, this one I want to discuss a bit different from previous, not for entrepreneur, but for entrepreneur and also for the fresh graduate. If you are a fresh graduate, then digital footprint for professional, you can put in your LinkedIn, for example. If you want to show that you are very good personality, you have a good brand, LinkedIn is one of the professional digital footprint. If you want to get more, if you want to get opportunity in the good company, it's a LinkedIn. And Twitter also, when you want to post something through the Twitter, make sure that they will you post something like can shows your intellectual, not posting something rubbish. People will look into this. Okay, if you put something, the statement, something more intellectual level of Twitter posting, so people will believe that, oh, this guy is very good. They are looking into the very broad perspective of the world or something. It's not just talk rubbish. So this is one of the digital footprint that you can utilize to create your brand. Weebly is a blog-based blog. You can create your own blog, or you put all the portfolio there. So previously, I teach a student from Curtin University. Curtin University, it's a compulsory for them to have their own Weebly account because of every portfolio, what they have done in the university, they will put as a portfolio, as like a portfolio in the Weebly. Even during the internship, the student are compulsory to update their daily activity through their blog. So let's say day one, they have a visit from they receive a visit from other company, or maybe they have activities with other colleagues. So they will take a picture, they will put there, then they give a caption what activities they have done for that internship for that day. So this also is good because the activities that you have done in your university also can be linked to your CV. So the company can see that, oh, this guy is very active during in the university. They're active in many things. So Weebly is one of the platform that you can sell your personal brand. And YouTube also, you can create your own YouTube channel, but make sure that something positive, maybe something that your interest. Let's say if your interest on photography, or maybe activities, jungle trekking activities, or cycling. Maybe you can create your YouTube channel, just posting, put there something like your activity. Some, for the company, they love for people, the active people. If you are active in the outdoor activity, so it means that you are very easy to go mingle around, and you have understand the situation. That is a good thing. I love to hire people with that kind of characteristic, because of this guy. If they are love outdoor, they can go anywhere, they can mingle around. So this is good for the company, because these people can survive in any situation or any environment. So maybe we can utilize all this to shows your characteristic, your interest, your activities, but must be something like positive. Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, okay, YouTube, Weebly. So Glassdoor, I think that one for like recruitment websites. Also, you can update your data. ZipRecruiter also the same. Zing, Indeed, also that one is like a job street. You can put everything about your data there. So this is what I can suggest for the fresh graduate to put your digital footprint on this platform. Then this platform you can link when you want to apply the position. Then you can link with this. Weebly is one of the good. It's like the history of your job experience and your activities. Okay, why this is very important to understand that, especially for the entrepreneur, to understand that which platform that the most important platform, digital platform that we can utilize. But it's quite old. It's 2019 data. But I think the data is not much different from now. It's just 2 years ago. So the Facebook still the popular platform, social platform, WhatsApp, then Messenger, and we have Instagram. But each of these platforms, they have their different group of people. And also the Twitter basically for the people want to update something. Then TikTok also some become popular now. Because when you have a TikTok account, you can share in your Facebook, and also you can share in your Instagram. So they can be promoted to other platforms as well. So this is one of why we need a good digital footprint for the entrepreneur, to create your personal brand, and also to the young, the fresh graduate. So choosing the right social media platform for your business is something that, okay, like what I mentioned to you, that Cairo Aming, they just sell sambal nyet. They start with the YouTube channel. They create the YouTube channel, then sharing all the activities, cooking activities through the YouTube channel. Once they have a good follower, good numbers of follower to their YouTube, and they sell the product that related to their interest. So this is a way, how you can utilize the media platform. Or LinkedIn is good for the fresh graduate to put all the to give you more opportunity to link with other company. So I always encourage my student to have their own LinkedIn account on the first year in the university, because in that when they start with the LinkedIn in the first year in the university, they can update all the activities related to their studies in the LinkedIn. Then also follow the people in your industry. Let's say if your degree in logistics, for example, try to follow the people in the logistic industry, the CEO or something. If you prefer in the banking sectors, for example, they have in the LinkedIn they have a HR manager from banking sectors as well. So try to follow them. When they know that you are very active, you are very good in the university, this is something like the initial stage of you to create awareness about yourself as a brand. So I did that. I follow a good people in my area, the good professor. Sometimes I share with them. Then they know me. Then I also when they know me, then it's good for you because they will love you. Sometimes they like your posting. So that is a LinkedIn. It's more professional. Facebook is another platform. Instagram, blog is one of the blog is good for you to give your portfolio, put all the portfolio. So that is choosing the right social media for your business. So LinkedIn is one of the good for the fresh graduate, which is that 175 million members over the world. So LinkedIn is the best platform to show your interest on something, especially to get a recruitment, to get an opportunity for job opportunity. Okay. This is one of the things that I always encourage my students to have their own account and follow the right people in your industry, in your field. And you will know that what's happening to your industry or your field of study, the current situation. So then you will take you keep updating with that. And the social strategy, for example, LinkedIn for becoming an influencer. So is one of the way to become influencer in your field, mentoring, encouraging teammates and partner. So you can follow other people who are popular in that industry, and keeping up with market trend, posting job opening, and networking. The good things about the LinkedIn is networking. You can network, you can create a networking with other people in the same industry that you love to join later on. Then they will keep eyeing on you if you are very active in LinkedIn, because LinkedIn also is a platform for the company for headhunting. If they follow you from the beginning, they feel that you are very good, then they will give you the opportunity. My student got opportunity to they give them the internship first, the intern place first, internship place for 6 months. After 6 months, they try first that student, because the student follow him from the beginning. After they give an internship opportunity, then they got the job in that company. So you know that when you want to create your personal brand, you need to create from the beginning. That is LinkedIn. So Instagram, showcasing behind the scene of the business, posting recommendation. That is Instagram. Instagram, I also love to use this Instagram, because there also is a showcasing behind the scene business. And Twitter, posting personal view and news, promoting brand. So posting personal brand, because Twitter, they have a limited numbers of character can be posted through the Twitter, but people will look into Twitter in terms of your posting based on your intellectual level. People will look into that. Is it you are aware with the environment? At the same time, they will create the promoting the brand as well. Okay, this one, I give you an example. Okay, I went to Medan in 2008 before the pandemic. 2019, because I got invited by Universitas Sumatera Utara to give a talk to them, to the postgraduate student during that time. Then one of the lecturer from the University of Sumatera Utara, they bring me, they invite me to join, invite me for the coffee, you know, because I'm the coffee lover. I can taste a different, you know, the coffee from the different country. Then I know that this from where and from where. So because of my interest on coffee, he invited me to join to this coffee shop. They call that minum kopi, or in shop they call it Miko. Okay, they call it Miko. And this the lecturer bring me at night, and in the middle of nowhere. Okay, this coffee shop in the middle of nowhere. It's very quite far from the Medan city. So I told him, you know, is it a right way to go to this coffee shop? They said, yes, this is a coffee shop place. It's run by my student. He said, that's my student, his student. When I arrived there, yes, this coffee shop is in the middle of nowhere. Something not in from the, it's not close to the road, but it's quite far from the main road. But when I arrived there are so many people in that coffee shop. Then I quite surprised that how this guy, you know, this owner of coffee shop, can attract more people, but the location of this coffee shop is not a strategic location. It's so far from the main road. But then I asked this guy, how you promote your product, how you promote your coffee shop. They said that through Instagram, through the social media. All these people come to my my coffee shop is a loyal customer. They will come again and again. And you know, in that night they have very full customer every night, full customer. So, and I surprised because this guy, they utilize the social media as a medium to promote their coffee shop. Meaning that the location is not the issue anymore during this time, you know, during the digital era. You can do business everywhere, but as long as you can, you know, utilize the Instagram, the coffee shop, and also, of course, with the good product. The good product is very important. That is your signature, yeah, your signature. And when I discuss with him, you know, I can see that, I can notice that something, what the difference of this coffee shop with others, how people keep supporting his product or his coffee shop. There's something elements, the social elements that I think is good to learn from them, you know, because this is my teacher, you know, this is a lecturer from University Sumatera Utara. Then I discussed with this guy. This is a student from University Sumatera Utara, the owner of the shop. And even when they want to start this shop, they have no money. Then this lecturer also invests money for them. You know, all the staff is a student from the University of Sumatera Utara. All of them is a student, and also they invest for the roasted machine for coffee. But what I can learn something that is something how people keep supporting this shop, because this guy will buy the coffee bean from the local farmer. They not buy from other farmer. They will go to the local farmer. They keep support the local farmer, the local coffee farmer, and they will buy from them with the good price. Then they will roast that coffee by themselves and sell to the people. Then people love to that kind of activities, because you can see that how they are roasted the coffee, and how they are you know, support the local farmer with the good price. So this element, not only the social media, but the characteristic of the coffee shop itself is something they try to utilize the gig economy. At the same time, also they utilize the social entrepreneurship behavior by supporting a local farmer. So local farmer can get more money through this coffee shop, because they can sell direct to this owner without they can no middleman in this transaction. So this is what I can see, that I can notice that the thing is, one, you can utilize the social media as a marketing platform, but at the same time, the characteristic of your product and your services also will help you to sustain for the business. Okay, this is what I think I love to learn. When I move, when I visited many countries, I love to try coffee, especially coffee, Vietnam coffee, Cambodian coffee. But what makes me interested on this, because of the way he doing business. Okay, all of them is a fresh graduate, from the Universitas Utara in Medan. So I think this is the thing, that how to promote your brand. Okay, I give you this video. I think 3 minutes video. I'm not sure that it can be. If you want to promote your character, your personal brand, maybe this is a way how you can. Just let me know if you cannot hear the voice. I think that I already clicked when I share this video. I already clicked the audio and video. I don't think that I have a problem.
Hi, I'm Steve Dalton. I'm Program Director for Daytime Career Services with the Career Management Center. And today we're going to talk about pitching. Specifically, we're going to answer 3 main questions. First, what is pitching and when do you use it? Second, what differentiates a good pitch from a bad pitch? And third, how do you make a good pitch? First, what is a pitch and when do you use it? Well, a pitch is basically an introduction that varies in length depending on the circumstance. It's used constantly. You will be using it when you are meeting with your classmates, when you are meeting with recruiters, and when you are meeting with other professionals that you encounter on your internships and beyond. A common pitch is about 15 to 30 seconds long. The shorter version when you're in larger groups, and the longer version when you're in smaller groups. What makes a good networking pitch? Well, good networking pitches are open. They invite conversation. They deliver multiple connection points to allow the listener multiple ways to connect with you and start to form a relationship. Bad networking pitches are closed. They offer facts and details that are very hard for an outside listener to connect with. So you always want to focus on delivering open pitches that invite the listener in. How do you make a good networking pitch? Well, it helps to answer 3 questions. What are you doing right now? What are you passionate about? And what are you interested in learning next? For me, I was a strategy consultant before I joined business school, so my pitch might have looked like this. As a strategy consultant, I tackled difficult projects for large corporations. I really enjoyed bringing structure to ambiguous problems, but I look forward to taking that skill set to a home team and getting closer to my consumer. So that's why I'm here to learn more about consumer packaged goods marketing. Now, if you're in a group of about 5 or more people, that 15-second pitch would be appropriate. However, if you're doing smaller group networking, such as office hours or a 1-on-2 or 1-on-3 chat, a 30-second pitch may be more appropriate. To make your 30-second pitch, just tie 2 15-second pitches together, one about your previous life and one about your current life. Or perhaps, if you're a first year, it would be one about your college life and one about your post-college career that led you back to Fuqua. So here are your 3 big takeaways. First, you will be pitching constantly, so treat every pitch as a chance to practice. Second, make sure your pitches are open rather than closed. Open pitches invite conversation, which is what you want at recruiting events. Closed pitches shun conversation. They deliver facts, which are very hard to engage with. And then third, if you don't know where to start, just follow the simple formula we just laid out. It will reduce your anxiety and make your pitches more effective as you develop proficiency.
Okay, this one is a this one is the pitching. We call that in the class activities. I ask my audience to pitch himself or herself 15 seconds, all of them. But maybe we can try here. Anybody want to pitch first? Just to share 15 seconds about yourself. This is a very important, because when you meet a new people, we want to, how you want to start conversation. Basically, we start with the pitching. Pitching means that a 50 seconds to introduce yourself, but not too very specific, but it's about your idea, about yourself. It's open conversation. So anybody from the audience want to start to try the pitching about himself or herself?
Hi, I'm Steve.
Okay, anybody want to try? If you have 15 seconds, what you want to say when you meet a new person or new people?
For me, I would like greet them with hello. I'm Mohamad Arif, and I'll introduce about like what am I doing currently, and maybe if I find that person attractive, I'll share with. I'll talk about the personal interests.
Okay, yeah, that is something like if you want to start conversation with other people, that is a new people that you are first time meeting them. So don't go straight to your personal things. It should be more open. Okay, more open what your interests. Not straight away to the specific issues on yourself. People don't like to know you without. They want to know about something, the very general, and if they're interested, then they go detail. So from here, okay, I can see here the few question. Is it any question from here, Arif, the new one?
Not yet. Nah, nothing on the chat box yet.
Netizen. So I can see that. Thank you, Rotaract, to session. Okay, then. Okay, no. Okay, I open to any question because that. What I can conclude from there, in the digital footprint is, we have so many platform for the businesses and also for individual, if you want to promote you as a personal brand. So be careful when you want to post something. That's one something do and don'ts. You need to be clear on that. As I mentioned, that please don't mix around with your political stand and your business. It's not good because of your customer is not from the political parties, one political party. They come from many political parties. So they will, if you post something like your political stand, they will affect your business from other political party supporters. So I always say that it's not good to mix around with your political interest and your business. And also, the thing is, as entrepreneur, you can utilize, but must be consistent. As I share with you about the minum kopi, Miko, if you follow them through Instagram, they are very consistent in terms of sharing the information. They will share you how they roasted the coffee. They give you the idea how to make a coffee. They are very consistent in terms of the content. In the content. Then this is the way how you make engagement with your customer. Then customer will look into this. Oh, I need to try this because this is a new coffee from other farmer. Maybe they are taste differently from others. So you need to keep them updating with what you have done and what you are doing now through the social media. I think that this guy is a very young guy, just a graduate from the university. It's very good in terms of utilizing the social media. They keep updating people. That's why their business still can survive even though the location is not a very strategic location. Because according to him, they have no money to rent the space near to the main road because the cost is very, very expensive. Because of the cost to rent the shop in the near to the main road is very expensive. Their rent is something like, it's quite far from there. So what helped them is through the social media to promote. Then he's success doing that, in terms of the utilizing the social media to promote their coffee shop. So this is what I can suggest to you. social media, the gig economy, digital economy, we are now rely on the social media. They will help you for the marketing. It's a free marketing. Previously, if you want to advertise your product through the mass media, it's like newspaper or television, you need to pay more money. But now it's a free. And also with the good character or good personal brand, it will help your brand. People will believe your brand, will trust your brand. People trust yourself. When people trust you, then they will trust what things that you sell. They will trust on your product as well. So that is the relationship with a good personal brand and the good and the trust from the customer, from the consumer. So it's something like a good relation, between these two. So how to promote your personal brand is through digital footprint, a positive digital footprint. So that's why that's Arif. I think I open for any question. So maybe you can directly on the microphone and ask me direct.
I'll read it out what's on the chat box first, Professor. So the first question is, can anonymity be a valued aspect regarding digital footprint?
Can anonymity be valued aspect regarding
digital footprint?
What it means, anonymity be valued aspect. Anonymity
Yes.
meaning that you want to sell a product, people don't know about the owner of the product. Is it that who asked me? Iman.
It's Aiman bin Hafiz.
Iman, you can you elaborate that? Is it meaning that if you not put you as a owner of the company, is it the value for the community be value aspect regarding the digital footprint? You want to be anonymity or what? Can you elaborate, Iman? Arif, I'm not clear with that question. I don't know. Can you elaborate a bit on that?
I have no idea. He's saying that. Sorry, I can't think of a good example for this. Okay.
So I can't get this question, but maybe because maybe what he want to ask is about something. Because if you anonymity means that you are how people know you in the digital footprint. So be yourself is very important in digital footprint. Be yourself. Don't put something like the name that people don't know about you. Then the name must be consistent throughout the platform. Meaning that if you choose that name is your brand name or your personal brand name, please use that throughout the platform, all the platform. People, because of now, the platform is complement each other, like Facebook and Instagram in the same owner now. So what you post in the LinkedIn, they will in the Facebook also will appear in Instagram. So it should be consistent in terms of your brand. So any question that you want to ask about the personal brand? We have half an hour. Until what? Our session?
It's scheduled until 12:30.
Okay, so we have 30 minutes to Q&A. So they have a direct message from, okay, I don't know how to check a direct message. Direct message means that direct message to me or what?
If they have sent you direct messages, I can't see them. You can see it on the chat box.
I see that they have a direct message, but they have no message here. So okay, okay, then based on the participant that I can see from here, we have quite varieties. So all of you is a fresh graduate or?
No, some of us are still in our degree, and
Degree.
we have also people coming, working adults who are also from other Rotary clubs.
Okay, so from the Rotary Club and the Rotary Club members. Okay, they have one from Kani. Hello, Prof. Can you explain on how to develop a garment brand from scratch? Okay, you need to pay me special fees for that. Okay, you know, as I mentioned to you that I'm not the specific brand expert. Basically, I discuss about the corporate brand. Corporate as a corporate brand is different from the product brand. I'm not specialty in the product brand, but I can reply to this question from my knowledge that like a garment brand from the scratch, meaning that you want to sell something, a dress or whatever, you know, related to. But the popular among the Malay businessmen or businesswoman is tudung lah, hijab, or you know, all the related, that scarf. So for the garment brand, the problem with this, because we need to compete with the established brand, from other country. So if you want to start with the scratch, is something it's back to the quality of the product. You know, I always say that we cannot promote the product without the good product. You know, the good product must become first. Then the promoting, advertising, because people will experience with this product after that. If they buy for one time, they buy your product, but they have no good experience with the product, then they won't come and buy again. So that's why in marketing we call intention to purchase, and also repetition. You know, repeat purchase. So the problem with us sometimes we cannot deliver what we promise. So same to the corporate identity. They back to the identity, the characteristic of the product. For the people, the characteristic of the people, the person. The corporate also, they will look into the characteristic of the corporate. The product, they will look into the characteristic of the product. If you want to sustain the brand of the product, you must have a good quality product first. Okay, that's the most important. By creating a good product, then easy for you to promote, to communicate that product to the people. Then people keep buying from you if they have a good experience with your product. That one is a customer experience. So anything that backs to the identity of the product. So you can ask yourself why you are prefer or loyal to certain product, because of the quality. Why you still use the same shampoo until now for more than 10 years? Because you think that the shampoo can give you something good for you, and you trust to that brand, that shampoo. Why we buy the same soap, same brand soap until now? Because we trust on that brand. Because we are not trust on the brand, but we also trust on the quality of the product. So when back to the idea or the question on how to develop the garment brand, the first thing, you need to have a good product first. By having a good product, then easy for you to communicate, to promise to the customer. When the customer buy the product, then the experience is good, was good with that product, then they will keep support your product. Then this is the flow of the marketing flow, the business flow. So if you sell that product with the good brand, Okay, because the brand is the product itself is a part of the brand. Yeah, the brand is not something different from the product. So don't waste your money with that. I still remember that time, last time. The product, they have spent a lot of money for advertisement. Okay, they spend a lot of money. But when people buy the product is not, it cannot deliver what they promise through their advertisement. So people stop buying. So the life cycle of your product will be in the market maybe half 6 months. After that, they will dying. They will not in the market anymore. So this is the process. So if you look into the product, why they sustain that, the Starbucks, for example, how they can sustain until now, it's not because of the price is very expensive compared to the Malaysian coffee, but the quality of product is maintained until now. So this is next question. If we have a business plan, how to start, who to hire, is there anyone providing service to promote and build the brand? Okay, this is like a business. I think this one we need to teach about the business canvas. Do you include the business canvas in this session, in this episode, other episode, Arif? Kani, do you have a business canvas part of this episode? Because I think the business plan is a part of the business canvas, which is that we try to develop our business based on business planning. They have one approach that we call business canvas, which is that we try to plan our business from A to Z. So maybe for next time you can invite somebody to talk about the business canvas. So I think this Shiva, the answer about the business plan is about the business canvas. How you plan from A to Z, even including the brand. So I cannot discuss here about the process, because the process of business canvas, they need to be more details. Your market segmentation, even your brand, what the product that you want to sell. So they have many process. So who to hire? For business canvas, they have like a training. Business canvas, they have a training. You can attend any course on the business canvas. But when it comes to the product or brand or trademark, it should come from you, because the consultant couldn't give you the idea, because the product should come from you. But they can give you the process. They can teach you the process, how to come up with the product, how to give a good brand. But as I told you, if you just want to start first, I believe on the passion of the entrepreneur. Don't do something that you are not familiar. Start with something that you are familiar, because they will take time for you to understand the product, the market. Most of the entrepreneur, they are very success because of their venture to the something that they are passionate on that. Because they will all out for that. So my friends, they start, they resign from the working from the government and start doing on what I call that a fertigation agriculture, because they are very interested on that. Even they have a book, they read, they attend so many courses, and they are very success. Even they can sell a good product, agriculture product through the fertigation agriculture. So this is one of the things that you need to understand that. So other than that,
there is a question in the chat box, Doctor. What is the difference between brand and trademark? Can we start a brand without trademark?
Okay, the trademark is just trademark is the same thing. Trademark is a process. process for you to like the IP lah. IP meaning that intellectual property, which is that people cannot copy your trademark. So if you have a brand, you need to register your brand as a trademark. Then nobody can copy your trademark. So that is a process of registering, or process of register your logo or whatever that related to your product to the trademark. So that's why they will give you TM. The word of TM meaning that people cannot copy from the trademark. Same like the, we call that Starbucks. Starbucks, they have a trademark. The logo is a trademark. So and registered. So nobody can copy the logo of Starbucks. So even McDonald's also, they have a trademark of McDonald's. If you read the issue, I think 10 years ago, they have one court case on the issue of McCurry, one of the restaurant, Mama restaurant in, if I'm not mistaken, PJ or Damansara, the use of word of McCurry. So then the McDonald take this case to the court because they said the word of Mac is belong to McDonald. Even that, even Mac, MC in the front is a trademark for the McDonald. Nobody can use that. Mac curry or Mac nasi, or you cannot use that anymore. So you can read that case. So it's very nice to know about the trademark. So then the restaurant Mac curry, the court instruct to change that name. You cannot use the Mac curry anymore because the word of Mac refer to the McDonald product. So that is a difference between the trademark and brand. Brand is what after you have a good brand, then you register, become a trademark. In order for you to make sure that people don't not copy your trademark. So anything?
I guess that's it for the Q&A session, Doctor.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Bahtiar. That was a wholesome knowledge sharing, and also thanks a lot again for all the answers. And to all the participants, the link for the feedback form is now in the chat box, so go ahead and fill them up. And also we have attached the link for the WhatsApp group of Business and Investment 101 group. Please join the group for more updates on the upcoming episodes. And now it's time for a quick photography session. All participants kindly open your videos and stay static. Oh, and make sure you are positioned with some good lighting. I would like to invite Darnisha to handle the photography session.
Thank you, Arif. Good afternoon, everyone. So maybe we'll give 1 or 2 seconds for them to switch on the cameras.
So my lighting is okay,
Yes, doctor.
Darnisha, okay?
Yes, doctor. Perfect.
I bought the new one, the new ring light.
Okay, then I will start now. There's 2 pages here, so kindly bear with me until the last page. Okay, first page. 3, 2, 1. Smile, everyone. Okay, second page. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Darnisha.
All right, thanks a lot, Darnisha.
Okay, thank you, everyone. So I enjoy to have this discussion. So I think that good luck for all of you, and thank you, Kani, for inviting me for this session.
Thank you, Prof. Actually,
sorry, sometimes I quite late to reply your message.
No,
so many,
okay.
because last 2 days I have a conference with Indonesia. One day conference. I'm the keynote speaker, so that sometimes I cannot reply immediately. So thank you for your kind good invitation. I think this is a good program. and I think that it's a good benefit for the student to understand what is a brand and digital footprint. So I just want to, at the same time, I just want to inform you that we are not in Sinto, okay, because some people believe that we are Sinto, but for our program, especially the Othman Yeop Credit School of Business, we are now moving to KL. So you are in Sungai Petani, is it, AIMST?
Yes, Prof. Yeah.
Sungai Petani. So it's near to Sinto lah compared to KL. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you very much, Prof.
I believe that pretty much sums up our webinar for today. On behalf of Rotaract Club of AIMST University and Rotary Club of Bandar Sungai Petani, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Associate Professor Dr. Bahtiar Mohamad, who spared his time so that he could join us today and share his knowledges with us. Also, once again, I would like to thank all the participants who sacrificed your weekend mornings to join this event. You guys are the source of our motivation for us to keep doing great things like this. And we hope you guys can keep supporting us in the future. And thank you also to members of other Rotary clubs and Rotaract clubs from Ampang and sorts. And I sincerely apologize for any troubles throughout me hosting the webinar. Thanks a lot, everyone, and see you again on episode 3.